As we age, one of the most noticeable and often troubling changes we experience is a gradual decline in leg strength. Many seniors find that their legs become weaker, heavier, or more painful with each passing day. Simple tasks like standing, walking, or climbing stairs start to feel like monumental challenges. Unfortunately, this weakening of the legs is not just a part of aging. It's a complex issue that can be linked to a combination of factors. In this comprehensive video script, I will walk you through why this happens, revealing some unexpected culprits hiding in plain sight. There are two commonly accepted vitamins that could be secretly harming your leg strength. While we believe that we're helping ourselves by taking these vitamins, they may, in fact, be accelerating muscle loss and hindering your leg's ability to stay strong and mobile. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with the knowledge to make smarter, healthier choices, reclaim your strength, and maintain your independence. Let's dive into the startling truths behind some everyday habits that may be draining your vitality. A journey to stronger legs and healthier living. 1. The sneaky impact of sugar on your legs. Imagine it's the weekend and you're treating yourself to a slice of cake. It's sweet, comforting, and delicious, right? But what if I told you that this simple indulgence could be slowly sabotaging your leg's strength? As we age, sugar becomes more than just a guilty pleasure. When consumed in excess, it sparks inflammation throughout your body, especially in your muscles and joints. That inflammation can leave you feeling stiff, sore, and weak, and over time it depletes the energy in your muscles, making them even more sluggish. Example: you've probably had that slice of cake or those sugary desserts and felt the pleasure of a sweet treat. But what happens after a few months or years? The sugar that once felt like a little indulgence now starts taking a toll on your leg muscles, making them weaker and slower to recover. Lesson: moderation is everything. If you're craving something sweet, opt for fruits or desserts with less sugar. This way you satisfy your sweet tooth without damaging your body and legs in the long run. 2. The hidden dangers of fried foods. Now picture this: a hot plate of crispy fried chicken or a side of golden French fries. Sounds tempting, doesn't it? But here's the secret these foods don't want you to know: they could be weakening your legs. Fried foods are packed with trans fats, which not only increases inflammation, but also messes with your blood circulation. Poor circulation means your muscles aren't getting the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay strong and healthy, leading to stiffness and weakness in your legs. Example: if your diet is filled with fried foods like fried chicken and French fries, you might notice that over time it becomes harder to move around. Not only are you adding extra pounds, but the harmful fats in these foods are also making your legs feel more sluggish and stiff. Lesson: the next time you're craving something crunchy, try swapping fried foods for grilled or baked options. Small changes like this can make a world of difference in preserving your leg strength. 3. Processed foods. The silent leg weakness culprit. We've all been there, rushing through the day and grabbing a bag of chips or a quick sandwich. It's easy, it's convenient, but it's also slowly eroding your leg's strength. Processed foods, those quick snacks and easy-to-make meals, are loaded with sodium, preservatives, and artificial chemicals, all of which trigger chronic inflammation in your body. This, in turn, weakens your muscles and accelerates muscle deterioration. Example: let's say you've had your favorite processed snack, maybe chips or deli meats, every day. Over time, the empty calories they bring don't nourish your body, especially your muscles. Instead, they add to the strain on your legs, making them weaker and more tired. Lesson: To keep your legs strong and healthy, choose whole foods like fresh vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. Processed foods should be an occasional treat, not a daily habit. 4. Alcohol. A relaxing drink, but a hidden enemy for your legs. We all enjoy a glass of wine or a cold beer from time to time. It's relaxing, it helps you unwind. But did you know that alcohol, especially when consumed regularly, could be slowly draining the strength from your legs? Example: after a long day, you sit down to your evening glass of wine. Over time, this habit can contribute to muscle fatigue and cramping in your legs. You might notice that your legs feel heavier or more tired the next day, and it could be the alcohol interfering with your body's ability to absorb essential nutrients like calcium and magnesium, both crucial for muscle function. Lesson: moderation is key. Limiting alcohol and focusing on hydrating with water or herbal teas can do wonders for your muscles, reducing cramps and supporting your overall leg strength. 5. Processed meats. The unseen stress on your joints and legs. Bacon, sausages, and deli meats. Convenient and tasty, but at what cost to your health? These processed meats are often high in sodium and unhealthy fats, both of which lead to joint stiffness, muscle fatigue, and increased inflammation. Example: picture starting your day with a breakfast of bacon and eggs. It's easy, but over time, those high-fat and sodium-packed foods put a strain on your joints and muscles, causing discomfort and limiting your movement. Lesson: it's time to rethink your protein choices. Instead of processed meats, opt for lean meats or plant-based proteins. They provide the nutrition your muscles need without the added risks of inflammation and stiffness. By taking small but meaningful steps, like swapping the 2 worst vitamins for leg strength. Now, let's discuss the 2 vitamins that may be more harmful than helpful when it comes to preserving leg strength. Vitamin A and hypervitaminosis, the risks of excessive intake. Vitamin A is a crucial nutrient for many body functions, including vision, immune support, and cellular growth. However, like all nutrients, its benefits can become harmful when consumed in excess. Excessive intake of vitamin A, particularly from supplements, can lead to hypervitaminosis A, a condition that can cause significant health issues, especially as we age. Dr. Wayne Campbell, professor of nutrition science at Purdue University, states, while vitamin A plays an essential role in supporting immune function and vision, an excess can have detrimental effects, including muscle pain, joint discomfort, and overall weakness. His research has shown that oversupplementation of vitamin A can cause muscle and joint pain, which directly affects leg strength and mobility. Scientific studies on vitamin A toxicity. The effects of excessive vitamin A intake have been documented in several studies. According to a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, high doses of vitamin A can lead to a buildup of the vitamin in the liver, impairing the body's ability to process other nutrients and leading to toxicity. This can result in muscle weakness, joint discomfort, and overall fatigue. Journal of the American College of Nutrition, 2005. A study found that chronic vitamin toxicity is linked to muscle degeneration and joint stiffness, making movement and daily activities increasingly difficult. The study concluded that vitamin A supplementation should be approached with caution, particularly in older adults. National Institutes of Health, NIH. The NIH cautions against high doses of vitamin A supplements, noting that vitamin toxicity can lead to significant health problems, including muscle weakness and joint pain. They emphasize that vitamin A should be consumed primarily from food sources, as the body can handle natural forms more effectively. Impact on leg health and mobility. When vitamin A levels are too high, the body begins to accumulate this nutrient in excess. This accumulation can interfere with muscle regeneration and joint function, leading to conditions such as muscle fatigue, joint stiffness, and inflammation. Dr. Michael Hollick, a professor of medicine at Boston University, emphasizes that vitamin A, when consumed in large amounts, can lead to a depletion of magnesium, an essential mineral for muscle function. This depletion is particularly damaging to leg muscles, making them weaker and more prone to injury. A 2010 study published in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research found that excess vitamin A may interfere with bone density and increase the risk of fractures in the elderly. This is especially concerning for leg strength, as weaker bones and muscles increase the likelihood of falls and injuries. The recommended intake and risks of oversupplementation. According to the Institute of Medicine, the tolerable upper intake level, UL, for vitamin A for adults is 3,000 micrograms per day. Dr. John Peters, a leading endocrinologist, warns that most people do not need vitamin A supplements, especially if they have a well-balanced diet. Overuse of supplements, particularly in high doses, should be avoided to prevent toxicity. The issue often arises when individuals self-prescribe vitamin A supplements in an attempt to improve skin health, vision, or immune function. But, as Dr. Wayne Campbell notes, excessive intake, especially from supplements, disrupts the body's natural balance, leading to issues like hypervitaminosis A, which presents as muscle pain, joint discomfort, and fatigue. Healthy sources of vitamin A. To avoid the risks of hypervitaminosis A, it's important to obtain vitamin A from natural food sources, such as carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, and kale. These plant-based foods contain beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A that the body converts as needed. Unlike preformed vitamin A, found in animal products and supplements, beta-carotene does not pose the same risk for toxicity. Dr. Susan Smith, a nutrition expert and researcher, explains, beta-carotene is safe in higher quantities because the body only converts it to active vitamin A when needed. It's impossible to overdose on beta-carotene from food sources, which is why it's safer and more effective for long-term health. Conclusion: moderation and awareness. Excessive vitamin A intake can cause serious harm, particularly for older adults. It's essential to approach supplementation with caution, ensuring that vitamin A is consumed in balanced amounts and primarily from natural food sources. As Dr. John Peters advises, before reaching for supplements, it's important to consider whether your diet can provide the nutrients you need. In many cases, food sources of vitamin A, like leafy greens, orange vegetables, and fortified dairy, are sufficient and much safer. The science is vitamin D and oversupplementation, the risks to muscle and bone health. Vitamin D is a critical nutrient that supports bone health, muscle function, and immune system health. It helps the body absorb calcium, which is essential for building and maintaining strong bones. Moreover, vitamin D plays a key role in ensuring that muscles function properly, making it indispensable for overall physical well-being. However, while vitamin D is beneficial in appropriate amounts, oversupplementation can lead to a host of problems, particularly for seniors. The science behind vitamin D and calcium regulation. Vitamin D is primarily obtained through sunlight exposure, but it can also be consumed from dietary sources such as fatty fish, fortified dairy, and egg yolks, or taken in supplement form. Once absorbed, vitamin D helps the body absorb calcium from food, directing the mineral to the bones. It also aids in regulating calcium levels in the blood. However, as Dr. Robert Heaney, a renowned bone health expert, points out, the relationship between vitamin D and calcium is delicate. Too much vitamin D can lead to an excess of calcium in the bloodstream, a condition known as hypercalcemia. This can result in a range of symptoms that significantly affect muscle and bone health. Hypercalcemia, the consequence of excess vitamin D. When you consume too much vitamin D, it increases calcium absorption, leading to excessive calcium levels in the blood. Hypercalcemia can cause several problems, including 1. Muscle cramps and stiffness. High calcium levels interfere with the way muscles contract and relax, leading to painful muscle cramps and muscle stiffness. Seniors in particular may find this to be an issue, as they are already at risk for reduced muscle mass and function due to aging. 2. Leg weakness. The excess calcium in the blood can weaken the muscles, including those in the legs. Dr. Michael F. Hollick, a prominent researcher in vitamin D and its effects, explains excess vitamin D not only disrupts calcium balance, but can lead to the loss of muscle strength, particularly in the lower extremities, making it difficult for seniors to walk, stand, or maintain balance. 3. Joint discomfort. Hypercalcemia can lead to the calcification of soft tissues, including joints, which can result in discomfort, stiffness, and limited mobility. 4. Kidney issues. Prolonged oversupplementation of vitamin D can cause kidney damage. Elevated calcium levels can lead to the formation of kidney stones and impair kidney function, further contributing to muscle weakness and other symptoms of hypercalcemia. Research on vitamin D toxicity. Scientific studies have confirmed the negative effects of vitamin D toxicity. A 2012 study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that individuals who took high doses of vitamin D supplements, over 4,000 IU per day, experienced an increase in blood calcium levels, which led to muscle cramps and joint pain. Additionally, the study showed that excess vitamin D could interfere with the calcium phosphate balance in the body, contributing to bone pain and weakness. Endocrine Society Guidelines, 2011. These guidelines suggest that the upper safe intake level for vitamin D is 4,000 IU per day for adults, as higher doses can lead to toxic effects. Overuse of vitamin D supplements can lead to hypercalcemia, making it especially dangerous for older adults who may already have fragile bones and muscles. Symptoms of vitamin D toxicity. Oversupplementation of vitamin D can lead to a variety of symptoms, some of which can be debilitating. Common signs of vitamin D toxicity include 1. Muscle weakness. High levels of calcium in the blood can interfere with normal muscle function, leading to muscle weakness, particularly in the legs and lower body. 2. Fatigue and lethargy. Elevated calcium can make you feel tired, sluggish, and generally unwell. This can contribute to decreased physical activity and mobility. 3. Stomach issues. Excessive vitamin D intake can cause nausea, vomiting, constipation, and abdominal pain, all of which contribute to the discomfort and reduced quality of life. 4. Kidney stones. As calcium builds up in the blood, it can form kidney stones, leading to severe pain and complications in kidney function. 5. Heart problems. Severe hypercalcemia can disrupt heart rhythms, causing arrhythmia or irregular heartbeats, which can be life-threatening. Balancing vitamin D intake. For most people, moderate exposure to sunlight and a well-balanced diet are sufficient to maintain healthy vitamin D levels. According to the Institute of Medicine, the recommended daily allowance, RDA, for vitamin D is 600 IU for individuals under 70 and 800 IU for those over 70. However, in some cases, particularly for people with limited sun exposure, older adults, or those with certain medical conditions, supplements may be necessary. Dr. Susan M.B. Lapp, a researcher at Creighton University, emphasizes that the key is not to exceed the recommended amount of supplementation. Most adults do not need more than 1,000 to 2,000 IU of vitamin D per day from supplements, as excessive intake can lead to toxicity. Natural sources of vitamin D. To prevent the risks of oversupplementation, it's best to obtain vitamin D through natural sources. Fatty fish, such as salmon, mackerel, and sardines, are excellent dietary sources of vitamin D. Additionally, fortified foods such as milk, orange juice, and cereals can help you meet your daily requirements without the need for high-dose supplements. Dr. Hollick advises, sun exposure remains the most natural and effective way for the body to produce vitamin D. Just 10-30 minutes of sunlight exposure several times a week can significantly boost your vitamin D levels without the risks associated with supplementation. Conclusion: the right balance is key. Vitamin D is essential for muscle and bone health, but oversupplementation can lead to dangerous levels of calcium in the blood, resulting in muscle cramps, weakness, joint pain, and even kidney problems. As Dr. John Peters, an expert in bone health, concludes, vitamin D supplementation should be used wisely. For most individuals, adequate vitamin D can be achieved through diet and sensible sun exposure. Supplements should only be used when necessary and under the guidance of a healthcare provider. The message is clear. Moderation is Mary's journey to improved leg strength. Mary, a 67-year-old woman, had been struggling with leg weakness and frequent cramps due to her regular consumption of sugary desserts and fried foods. Her legs felt heavy, and basic tasks like walking or climbing stairs became difficult. After realizing her diet was a contributing factor, she made a decision to change her eating habits and lifestyle. Here's how she went about it. 1. Cutting back on sugar. Mary started reducing her sugar intake by replacing cakes and pastries with healthier options like fresh fruit, yogurt with honey, and dark chocolate. Initially, it was a challenge, but after about 2 weeks, she noticed a reduction in her sugar cravings, and by 1 month, her energy levels had increased, and her leg cramps began to decrease. 2. Eliminating fried foods. She replaced fried foods with grilled fish, baked chicken, and steamed vegetables. This change was gradual over a month, and by 6 weeks, Mary felt less bloated and noticed less discomfort in her legs, indicating that her body was responding well to the healthier diet. 3. Introducing regular walking. Mary started with short walks, 10 minutes a day, then gradually built up to 30 minutes, 5 days a week. After 3 months, she felt much stronger and her mobility improved significantly. The regular physical activity helped improve circulation, prevent cramps, and build muscle strength. After 3 months of consistently following her new diet and exercise routine, Mary experienced noticeable improvements in leg strength. Her cramps became less frequent, her legs felt lighter, and she was able to walk longer distances with less fatigue. By 6 months, her mobility and overall quality of life improved drastically, and she regained much of her independence. Mary's success highlights that with patience, the key takeaway from this video is that we often unknowingly harm our muscles, especially our legs, through poor dietary choices and excess supplementation. However, with small changes, such as cutting back on sugar, fried foods, processed meats, and alcohol, you can make a significant difference in maintaining your leg strength as you age. Start by being more mindful of the foods you consume and replace harmful habits with healthier alternatives. Remember, every small change you make today can help you maintain your mobility and independence tomorrow. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss future health insights. Share this video with others who could benefit from it, and feel free to leave your thoughts or questions in the comments below. Stay strong, stay healthy, and remember, you're never too old.